I'm Stacy Paetz, and you're watching Rugby Roundup. Oh, Roundup. I said
Wrong
Roundup.
show, Stacy.
Oops, sorry. That was the one I got paid for.
Coming up next on Rugby Wrap-Up, a hooker that likes to score, Joe Taufete'e. Rugby Wrap-Up brought to you in part by the Balanced Palate, nutrition for peak performance, and the Pig and Whistle on West 36th Street, the world's best rugby pub. Hey everybody, welcome back to Rugby Wrap-Up. Matt McCarthy at the Fantasy Sports Network, Studio 34 in New York City. And ladies and gentlemen, being out in San Diego, we were able to rub elbows with some of the biggest stars in the game. And one of those stars happens to be Joe Taufete'e, who was rooting for the San Diego Legion because he's a California kid. But Joe and I talked all things rugby and USA Rugby. And here's that interview. Check it out. Hey everybody, I'm here with big fan of the Chicago Bulls, apparently, and Dennis Rodman, but affectionately known in the rugby circles as Joe T. Joe, you were rooting for San Diego.
I was. I'm a big fan of San Diego. I mean, I played here before the MLR when there was another organization called Pro Rugby.
And you also got your start in rugby in Southern California?
Yes. Southern California is home to where my rugby began.
Belmont Shore?
Belmont Shore.
And what was that story about? Why? Because of a certain girl?
Yeah, I was chasing this girl from Long Beach, and she was the reason why I got into rugby pretty much. I mean, she introduced me to her family, which is here today. And now I'm a father of 2 kids.
With that same young lady?
With the same young lady I was chasing.
All right, so, okay, let's get rid of the soft stuff. Let's talk the rugby. As a fan, what was that like for you?
I was just talking to Todd about this, how good it actually feels to be a fan and taking in the atmosphere and what it is, just to enjoy rugby for what it is.
So, which MLR team are you playing with next year?
Ooh, big question. Don't know.
Is next year defined for you yet in professional rugby terms?
Well, next year after the World Cup I've got one more year with the
Warriors?
Yeah, with the Warriors in England, and then whatever happens from there happens.
So are you going to pad your record for tries scored by an international hooker in the World Cup?
Yeah, I'm looking to continue on with what we've built as a core forward pack, and I think having tries at the end of it is kind of a look of how successful we've been as a unit.
Are you still sneaking up on people as an offensive weapon from the hooker position, or are people now, okay, we got to figure this guy out? Because you also have you and Dylan Fawcett,
yeah.
And there are other hookers that are in the mix, but both of you have a penchant for the try zone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you mean by sneaking behind, but
just like other teams, other teams now have to say, okay, we got to watch this guy as an offensive threat because he can score, he can run, he can pass.
Yeah, I guess it's a testament to what kind of players hookers are turning into. I mean, back then you used to have those, you were another prop pretty much as a hooker, and now you have more athletic, more dynamic, almost third, fourth back row in that position as a hooker. I think that's just part of the growth of rugby.
All right, so growth of rugby.
Yeah.
Did you ever foresee when you were playing at Belmont Shore this happening with a sellout crowd, at death win, back and forth, unbelievable, right in your backyard?
No, I would have never saw this happening. I mean, just to kind of be here on a beautiful day and
why are you looking at the camera, though?
To see that I'm just, everything's happening behind me. Everybody's saying
it
hi.
is, yeah.
There's just a lot going on, and this is big just as far as what the atmosphere of, everybody coming in and enjoying rugby.
All right, I know that I'm dragging you away from all the action, so I'm going to let you go, but I'm going to have to ask you one hard question.
What's that?
How's USA going to do in the World Cup?
We're going to worry about what we need to build on before that. I mean, it's kind of hard to kind of
you're not getting off that.
It's one day at a time kind of guy, one training at a time. I'm that kind of guy, I guess. I mean, so we'll see what PNC holds, and then maybe we can start shooting for some stars.
Pacific Nations Cup.
Pacific Nations Cup coming up is before. And then depending on how we do, we can really start shooting for the stars.
I got 4-0 in your pool.
No, let's go. I really want to beat England. I know a couple of people on the English squad.
ABE, anybody but England.
Yeah, anybody.
On that note, here at Torero Stadium, after the dramatic MLR championship.
Heartbreaking.
Can you lift the shield?
I don't know.
There's only one way to find out. Joe T and the MLR coming your way on Rugby Wrap Up. Thank you, my friend.
Ooh, that was nice. I like the ending of that. That was good.
It's all he liked was the ending. And there you have it. Joe T, one of my favorite people on the planet, on and off the pitch. And on behalf of Mr. Joe Taufete'e, I am Matt McCarthy for Rugby Wrap Up at the Fantasy Sports Network, Studio 34 in New York City, signing off.